Good afternoon. Welcome to Solent Sport News. It's 3 o'clock and I am Fabian Vera. In today's top story, the Solent Kestrels men's team were crowned NBL Division 1 League champions last night. Victory over Hamilton means they continue their undefeated run this season, finishing on pole position at the top of the table. Having already won the National Cup, they are in contention for winning the treble as they battle it out for the BBL Trophy final in Glasgow this weekend. In other news, Southampton Football Club has reportedly been put up for sale. Majority shareholder Gao Yisheng wants a £250 million buyer for the club, according to the Sunday Times. This news comes just 3 years after he bought his 80% stake for a fee of £210 million. Meanwhile, Southampton players are back in preparations for the game ahead. The Saints, who were reduced to 10 men halfway through the first half, were defeated by a single goal at the hands of the French winger of Alain Saint-Maximin. Newcastle United boss Steve Bruce, who inflicted a second defeat in a row for the Saints, offered words of support for the clinical winger.
I'm delighted for him. I've said he's always going to please everybody. If you haven't seen him play, then you're going to enjoy watching him because he is natural footballer. We don't come around too often like that. He's got frightening pace and great balance and got that thing where he wants to beat you.
And as the coronavirus starts to affect the sporting world, regulations have been put in place by different body organizations around the world. UEFA have joined the Premier League in banning pre-match handshakes in their competitions. This comes after recommendations from the World Health Organization, who are aiming to contain the spread of the virus. It means there'll be no handshakes in the Champions League and the Europa League games, which are due to be played during the week. And will the Cheltenham Festival be cancelled? One of the biggest race courses in horse racing could be in danger of being postponed due to the COVID-19 fears. We are live with our reporter Benjamin Rees, who is inside in Cheltenham. Benjamin, what is the latest?
Good afternoon, Fab. Afternoon, everyone. Yeah, you'll be pleased to know, as I'm sure all racing fans, there is very little chance of the festival being cancelled. As of the moment, it is still all good to go ahead, admittedly in slightly cold, damp conditions at the moment.
So tell us, Benjamin, what is going on there? What are the precautions that the bosses at Cheltenham Festival are trying to put through to ensure that spectators and all those involved have no concerns for their safety?
So they're monitoring the situation very closely. They're following the government precautions that have been set in place. So there's increased toilet facilities. There's more points for hand washing. As well as that, there's going to be more attendance by hand washing facilities to make sure that the hot water's working, to make sure that there's soap nearby, and as well as that, there are hand sanitizer points situated around the site, so people don't necessarily have to go and wash their hands. They can just go and give their hands a quick wipe with some hand gel while they're around the site.
So, of course, in other organizations, sports personnel have been told not to get involved with the audiences or sign any autographs. Has there been any similar place for those jockeys who will be racing in the courses?
As yet, there hasn't been anything put in place, but there's potential. As I said, the organisers are monitoring the situation closely. So, if government guidelines change, then there is the potential that could be put in place here as well.
And in terms of the race itself, what can we look forward to race-wise?
So there's plenty to come up this week. One of the big stories in the past couple of days has been Altior, who is running in the Queen Mother Champion Chase early in the week. Reported injury a couple of days ago. Trainer Nicky Henderson is trying to make sure that he's going to be good to go. There's potential to watch, see if Bryony Frost can repeat her success last year in the Ryanair Chase on Frodon. Two-time.
But thank you for all the information. I just have to cut you short on that one, I'm afraid. Thank you, Benjamin Rees. It's been a pleasure. And now, further on, FIFA have postponed all World Cup qualifiers in Asia during the forthcoming international break. However, nations will still be able to play their fixtures if both FIFA and the Asian Confederation are satisfied that safety regulations have been followed. In other news, the ATP and the WTA Championship at the Indian Wells event has also been cancelled. I'm afraid that's all we have time for. I'll be back in an hour.